Today, I will be giving you my 3 tips on how to ace your job interview. I'm starting right now. If you are the sort of person who needs some tips on how to ace your interview, this is going to be the video for you. In today's video, I'm going to give you a rundown of my 3 main tips on how to ace your job interview. So, let's get started with tip number 1. So, tip number 1 is do your research. Interesting. Very interesting. This will be very useful for my job interview. Yes, this will come in handy. This will definitely help me get that job I want. Doing your research is very important for a few reasons. So firstly, if you can research the job and find out what qualifications are needed, the skills, the qualities, and you can identify which of those you've got, when it comes to the job interview, you can tell the interviewer that I've got all these things that you're looking for, and it makes you look good and fit for the job. If you didn't do your research, you'd probably turn up and tell them you've got all these things that they don't want, and it makes you not fit for the job. Also, if you research the company and what sort of work they do, when it comes to the question of what do you know about the company and the work, you can easily and confidently answer that question, and it makes you look good because you've done the research, you put in all the effort to research, and it makes you look like you really want the job. However, there's a few things you shouldn't really do when it comes to research. So, just to warn you guys, you're about to see one of the weirdest facial expressions I've ever made on a video in my life, so good luck. The first one is really easy. Don't not do the research. Unfortunately, I can't tell you much about the company because I've not done the research. See, I didn't really think it was important. I don't think there was any point bothering that sort of thing. I didn't really think it asked for that sort of question, so I didn't do the research, so I can't tell you anything that I know. Don't bring all your research to the interview. Yes, I can tell you all about the companies. They've got all these books writing. Look at all this research. Look at this. Look, I've done all this research. I know everything now. Doing those things probably won't help you get the job, so just don't do them. And so, tip number 2 is be professional and not personal. Oh yeah, I can tell you all about myself. So I'm a white male, I'm 5'7", I like the colour blue, I've got a German Shepherd for a dog, I've been to Turkey.
5 hours later.
I love running, my favourite food is pizza, I've been to space. I like PE, I like playing sports, I hate big noses.
3 days later.
I once won £10 in the lottery once. That was quite good. Apart from that, I've never won anything in my life. I've always said I like cat. Oh, have I told you I'm a vegan? Yes, I'm a vegan. Remember that. You must not forget that I'm a vegan.
2,000 years later.
I've been on holiday about 500 times, different places. I like the beach. So yeah, that's a lot. That's mostly about me. What about you? Tell me about you in an interview. What's your life story? What I mean about being professional rather than personal is when they ask you the question of tell us about yourself, they do not want to hear your life story. They do not want to tell you about all the different details about who you are. What they want to know is all your experience you've done that's relevant to the job, your qualifications, the different things. What they want to know is why are you good for the job? What have you done? What things do they have? By telling them your life story, you're not giving them any important or relevant information. You're going to bore them. They're going to go, no, not a good candidate because they're not telling me any relevant information. So when they ask the question, tell us about yourself. Always talk about experiences, work experiences, different jobs, qualifications, skills you've learnt. Always explain why it's relevant to the job and how it's impacted your life as well. Yeah, of course I can tell you about myself. So I've got a first class degree in physical education. I've been a rugby coach for 5 to 6 years. I've been working for a company teaching PE for about 6 years as well. So I've got loads of experience teaching kids of different ages. So I've got Key Stage 1, Key Stage 2. I've done a bit of Key Stage 3 as well, working in different schools. I've been a camp coach of different camps. I've worked for NCS. So basically I've got a lot of experience. I've learned many things as well. You know, leadership skills, how to look after children, first aid, how to talk to kids of different ages. Whilst at uni, I did a project that increased participation and increased the health as well. That was very, very good. I can show you right now the figures. We started off this amount of kids and it went into this amount of kids, and I was happy and it was very successful. So yeah, I've got a lot of very, very important things that happened in my life that are relevant to the job that I'm applying for. And then finally, tip number 3 is ask a question or questions back. This is a very powerful tip when it comes to interviews, because you've been in an interview, been given loads of questions to answer, and it's always great if you ask a question back, because that will also help you decide whether or not you want the job or not. If you ask a really important question about the job itself and you find out some key information that tells you it's a good or a bad job, that's also good for you. So you could ask them what's their view on a current issue, or how they've done this, that, the other. Ask them a good question that will really help you get them to know you and understand the way you think. But also ask a question that will help you decide whether or not an employer is good or bad, because on paper they may look absolutely amazing and it may look like a very, very good job. But there might be a certain thing they're hiding that if you ask a question and they give you a certain answer, it could really change your life and the job you do. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions, because that's really good. They would love to hear you asking a question. So yeah, do not be afraid to ask a question. And there you have it. That was my top 3 tips on how to ace your job interview. Now, if you would like some more tips about presentations, I have the video for you, and that is right here. So if you want to know more about presentations, go and check out that video. It's very important. Go and have a look. Also, if you like the videos that I've been making, or the rest of the people in the media have been making, go and hit that subscribe button. We're making all sorts of content, different things every week. So for different content, go and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.